Hello, I got a request where I can fit this kind of pattern right here onto this kind of shape. And that's what I'll show you how to do. So first let's create the pattern here. So I'll just apply the poly. And this pattern may look complex, but you just need to find the central points right here. For example, I can just insert a loop right here. And let's say right here as well. Alright, and now I can just delete these quadrants here. And now I can also insert a loop right here, just using Swift Loop. And delete the right side here. And now all we need to do is model this right here. I would do so in the Apply modifier. And now what we can do is pretty much just use the cut tool. Now what you can do is actually zoom in here if you want for more accuracy. Then click. Now what you can do is hold the middle mouse button to pan around. What you can also do is hold the I button on your keyboard, and Max will always have your cursor here centralized here. But I'll just use the middle mouse button method and simply cut through here. Alright, and now I'll return back here and do the same for the other side here. And here you may be tempted to use the connect. What I found is that it's much better to just cut it right here as well. If you use the connect feature, it may cause some strange issues, so it's better just to cut. Now that I've got these cuts, I'll just apply the apply modifier, and what you can do is simply delete all these polygons in the center and n-gons. And so now to get all the other pieces, you can simply select the vertex and apply symmetry. And do the same for all the other vertices here. And just keep on doing this to get all the other pieces. Or to keep expanding this right here. Alright, and so now I'll just quickly create this kind of roof here. I'll just start with a plane. Apply edit poly here. And I will just move these back vertices up. Alright, so let's say something like this. I'll just turn off Iceland display here. And let's give this 3 iterations just to smooth things out. So we want to fit this pattern onto this right here. And of course this is not to scale, so you may want to just kind of scale it. I may want to scale this up here. Just going to move this over here. And I'll just reset the X form. And now I'll show you 2 techniques to do this. So So I'll just duplicate this off to the side. With the first technique here, I'll just apply shell modifier. I'll apply the poly, go into polygon level by angle, and select the top right here and just move this up. You can give this however much thickness you want here. And now I'll select the pattern and apply shell modifier. And just give this a high value here. Alright, so let's say something like this. And now I'll just duplicate this just to make a backup copy of it. And I will select this object and apply Boolean. Boolean by default is available under here, geometry, and then compound objects. And now I will use intersection. Pick operand B and pick the pattern. Let's inherit the material. Alright, and after some waiting for this to finish, here's what we've got. What it basically does is it takes this geometry, and everywhere that they intersect, it leaves that geometry for us. So notice we've even got that curve here, and there we go. And the benefit for this method is that if you look from the top, the pattern is still perfect, it hasn't been warped or distorted. So this is one technique. I'll move this off to the side, I'll show a different technique. With this technique, I will delete the poly and shell here, so it's a flat object. I will apply under PVW, polygon, OpenUV editor. I'll just Control A, and looks like by default this is alright, so I'll just go into Tools and just relax this. I may just want to use polygon angles here, increase the iterations. Just wait for this to kind of relax here. There's a little bit of an issue right here. We can do some localized relaxing, just like this here. There we go. Alright, so we've got this object right here. I may want to scale it inwards a little bit. Alright, and I'll just make a clone of this. I'll just convert to editable mesh here, convert to editable poly. And so we have this free collection of scripts called text tools. If you look in the description, you can find a link to this. And basically, we'll have this tool right here called UV to 3D swap. Once you click this, what it will do is it will actually flatten out geometry to match your UVW map. So now what I will do here is apply a morpher modifier, pick object from scene and pick this object right here. So it's going to morph from the flat version to the full 3D version. From the UVs that we have here to this fully realized geometry right here. Once we go to 100. So what we do is go to 0, move the pattern into position. You may want to scale this and rotate it, say like that. And now press Alt-A and click on this to align it, but I just want the Z position here. Center to center. Alright. And now I'll apply a skin wrap modifier. Scroll down here, await all points. For better results, maybe I want to switch this to face deformation. And then add this object. Once you've done that, remember not to change the topology of this object. If you add turbo smooth on this, it's going to ruin it. So now, when I go from 0 to 100, we get this effect right here. Once again, I can apply a shell modifier, but before I do so, I'll go here and collapse this. Now I'll apply a shell modifier. I'll bring this way down here. I will go both in the outer amount and inner amount. And also apply a shell modifier here. And once again, we'll use Boolean. Intersection, and then pick this object. And here is our result. So I can isolate the two objects and compare the results. Thank you for watching, and take care.